How you been, bro?
Hello, everybody.
One more time, ATL, make some noise for Maxwell.
Wait, I gotta do this.
What's up, bro?
You're on my Snapchat right now.
I'm on a snap. We on Max. Everybody make some noise for Maxwell snap.
All right, cool. Thank you.
What's up, bro?
I'm gonna try to get my followers up.
Try to get your followers up?
Yes.
Is it at Maxwell?
It's Snapswell.
It's Snapswell.
Yeah. That's all I could get. There's another Maxwell out there. So.
How you been, bro?
I'm chilling, but you look like you good.
Yeah, I'm absolutely well. I'm swell right now. I'm good right now. So, where you been? Me and you had this conversation.
Right, I know.
All the time.
Here we go.
You dropped me an album off in 2009.
Yeah.
You promised me a trilogy. I'm gonna give you 3 albums, Tigger. I got you. Where's Maxwell? You're back now with the second part of the trilogy.
I am, yeah, and it's exciting. Where was I? I was, I basically turned 43, went through my 40s, just life changes, and decided to travel the world a little bit, go to Africa,
Nice.
Just be more philanthropic about things. I mean, making music is very satisfying for me, but I felt like I needed to do more in the world a little bit.
Okay.
So I was kind of like figuring that out and, just gathering up experiences so that I could actually make a record that had a life behind it as opposed to the other way around where people just put records out to get lives. Okay. I wanted to have a life to make a record. So I'm sorry for the delay. I hope you know that it won't be as long the next time, though, because we're pretty much wrapped up with this trilogy. I can't be 50 years old releasing the same title.
So you talked about traveling and doing some philanthropic things. What are some of the favorite things that Maxwell might have done in the last 7 years that we weren't privy to? What were some of your favorite things to do?
Going to Haiti was amazing, being able to go there and see the Soleil and be involved with APJ, which is an organization that teaches children. They have a school, a full-blown school. The first generation class graduated this year, June 15th. So I was been a part of that for like 4 years.
Okay.
Checking out the Audio Institute, which teaches people how to be engineers, musicians, all of that. And then there's a film institute as well that teaches natural lighting. And I just wanted to give back to the community, the creative community, because obviously in this day and age, creativity really is just like a byproduct of computers right now. Mm-hmm. And for me, I come from a time where records meant something, music meant something to people. And for me, especially being African American, I know how much music played a part in the civil rights movement. Mm-hmm. How much gospel played a part in galvanizing our people in order to get us to get into this very positive state of mind, in order to kind of break through the obstacles that we broke through, but now we're kind of like having to break through again,
right.
Unfortunately, in this day and age. So for me, it's about focusing on trying to get the new breed, the new crew of people out there, kids who, could join gangs, giving them an option to play instruments, to paint, to take photos, to write books, mm-hmm. to do things that kind of like, uplift the entire universe in some way. So that's kind of why it went like that a bit. I'm kind of camera shy a little bit about celebrity.
They popping over here.
I know. Thank God for these. No, but I'm not really into the celebrity thing. Clearly my first album, I wasn't even on the album cover. This album, I'm pretty much, covering my face. It's really not about me. It's, for me, I'm the last thing. The first thing is the sound. The first thing is the melody. You are the first thing. It's how I play into your lives, how I get, involved in your world. The times that people call me and tell me that they've married to my music,
nice.
Had other things to my music. That to me is the paramount issue. I am not the important thing here. So maybe that's kind of why I'm a little gun shy when it comes to releasing records. But at 43, I really see the responsibility that I have as a musician now and mm-hmm. as a public figure in order to sort of help the world. I mean, Black Lives Matter, so many issues going on in the world. So important to unify people with peace and love and to change what's happening in the world a little bit,
What's happening? Maxwell's here.
Yes.
This album right here is already out and you should already have a copy. Make some noise if you already have one. Black Summer's Night, the second in a trilogy. Now, right before we play the song that introduced this album and the first single from the album, why did you name it Black Summer's Night, and then the second one, Black Summer's Night, and then the third one's gonna be called Black Summer's Night?
Right. Because I'm just not that creative. Well, for me, Black is the first, Summers is the second, and Night is the third. So Night, which is, I will tell you this, completed, which has a bit more of a political slant to it than I expected it to have. You know, this record and this whole idea that I've had has been cooking in me since 2004, 2003. I have other albums that I've been working on as well, but I wanted to, you know, do this trilogy and talk about this particular character myself, and look at relationships and breakups and how, especially with this record really is me taking responsibility for the Pretty Wings issues, for the Fistful of Tears issues. And there are a lot of part twos that you probably don't know about, like Pretty Wings is the part two of Lost. Lost on the album is part two of Pretty Wings. Fingers Crossed is the part two of Fistful of Tears. So all of it ties together. I'm not gonna beat you over the head with how it ties together because I think you're intelligent. And I think you can come up with your own conclusion with regards to what you feel about the songs. I personally never like to tell people what songs are about because I feel like I'm more enlightened by what you feel it is about. My friends sometimes ask me, how was the show tonight? And I'm like, only they know, you know, because I just do what I do. How I come off to you is up to you, not up to me. Do you know what I mean? So that's why it's so what it is. So I'm just, I hope that makes sense to everybody out there.
I was going to ask him to explain this song, but since he doesn't like to do it, we'll just play it. Everybody clap, Lake by the Ocean.
So good to see you.
Yeah, bro.